Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Drew the Smash back at you with another episode of Buff's Dynasty, and we're here at the off season after a not great performance in the national championship. But with that, we got some continue to keep building. Real quick, while I was off camera there, my apologies. Accidentally clicked the A button a couple times. But as far as the coaching carousel goes, you got Nebraska hiring Jake Spavital from Texas State as their new head coach, and Auburn hiring Jason Candle from Toledo to be their new head coach as well. As we'll get to Arizona State, they're actually wanting Coach Tomo. Interesting indeed. Arizona State not a has been very much a down program for a while. It's an interesting spot for us. We're going to decline the offer, and they're going to hire Jason Henson, the offense coordinator at Ohio State. Maryland is going to keep Mike Locksley as their head coach, and Trent Bray fired at Oregon State. We're going to stay with our current deal. Andy Ludwig, from the offense coordinator from TCU, will be the head coach, Oregon State alum. Robert Weiner going to Toledo. Fickle out at Cal, and Ted Roof taking over. Interesting move. Jed Fish out at Arizona with Neil Neathry taking over there. Virginia Tech, Sharon Moore going to take over there. Tony Elliott out at Virginia. Mike Houston stepping up into the role. Justin Wilcox taking over at Navy. Mike New going to Arkansas State. Todd Monken going to USF. Glenn Schumann going to East Carolina. Tim Plow moving on. Austin Armstrong. Rhett Lashley's gone at SMU. Lance Leipold out. Georgia Southern needs a new coach. Manny Diaz is the guy. And Chris Buckner. So we're just going to keep clicking through here. See if there's anything that necessarily pertains to us at Colorado. I don't anticipate seeing anything, but I could be drastically wrong if one of our coordinators does get picked up by a bigger school. So we haven't seen anything like that just yet. Um, yeah, so we're going to advance past the coaching carousel here. I've seen enough. We're almost at the end anyway, so works out well. Our staff stays entirely intact, which is a surprise. Colorado's coaching staff untouched after having some good seasons. Rico Turner signs his contract extension to stay with the Buffaloes. So again, we got some work to do, but now we get to the players leaving stage. So we're going to pull this up here. We're going to go to the off season. We got draft declaration, and we're going to open up our dynasty file and get this going. While we wait for this, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoying Buffs Dynasty. Let's keep building our community and, making this a special place on the YouTubes. But alright, so as far as players leaving, we have 0 early entrants. However, we do have 3 guys going to the draft. Our kicker, Cole Becker, is declared and projected to be a 7th round guy. Brendan Lewis, our backup quarterback, looking to be a 3rd round pick. And then Nico Reed looking at a projected 4th round guy. And we do have one transfer. Dane Frederick, the right tackle, is homesick. We gotta try and keep him. He was a big time recruit for us last year, so and looking to be a big part of our future offensive line. So, but that will do it there, and we're just gonna load back up the Dynasty here real quick, and we'll be back in a sec. All right, and we are back. So we're gonna load in the players leaving thing. Once again, we kind of looked through it all, but we'll go through, give official announcement, but we gotta try and keep him. All right. Well, Dane Frederick just said, "F off, Coach Tomo. I'm going to Old Dominion," so we lost him. But as far as other guys leaving the program, Torrin Pittman, corner, he's graduated. Alvin Williams, big time defensive end for us, he's gone. Starting center, Noah Fensky. Starting left, Devin Grant was a backup left end for us. Our starting left tackle, Gerard C. Lichenhand. Isaac Hurtado, Tyron Taylor. Trevor Woods, who made the big play in the semifinal, he is gone. Our fullback, Gale Sachs. Kayla Moore's gone. Mr. Williams is gone. Lewis Harrison, our starting right tackle. So, lost a good chunk of starters, but with how we've been recruiting and how we need guys to continue to step up, hopefully we aren't affected too much by graduation next season. So, with that, let's go to the transfer requests, as well as check out our draft results. So Cole Becker ends up being a 4th round pick, as does Nico Reed. And then we have Brendan Lewis, who goes in the 6th round. So 3 guys drafted by the Buffs and no transfer requests. So we're good to go. And we wish those 3 the best of luck in the NFL. Represent Colorado well. And again, wish you the best of luck. Alrighty, as we are here in off-season recruiting. Again, this is what our board looks like. Just a quick glimpse through so you guys can see it once more. Alright, as far as priorities go, we need Dion Anderson. He's going to get 2,000 points from us right from the get-go. Best player on our board. And hands down want this guy a part of our program to be somebody that can come in and make some plays for us in a variety of ways. So he's 1,000% want him. Next, I'm going to go TJ King. And we're going to give him 2,500 points. The tackle out of Florida. Couple reasons we want this guy. 1, his size. 2, we don't want him going in conference to Arizona State. Thirdly is the pipeline state of Florida. So those are the reasons I want to make sure to try and solidify him. Colin Long, would love to bring him in at middle linebacker. He will get 2,000 points from us. Alright, then we got Ernest Tyson. Good player. Yeah, I think we gotta go 2,500 for him, and then that's gonna leave us with 1,000 to throw at Joel Smart. And that's, we got a shot to get Jeff Mullins. It. Yep. We're going to throw that at Mullins. We're going to pluck 500 from TJ. Throw that to there. And then I don't want to lose Joel Smart, so we'll drop him to 750. And drop him down and get them to there. I think that's going to be the best that we can do. I would love both of these linebackers because this is building for the future here. Joel Smart, obviously a very talented player. That's what our recruiting is going to look like. And real quick, once again, we're sitting at the 22nd ranked recruiting class in the country. We got to continue to try and improve on that real quick. Sorry about that, guys. If you heard my dog in the background, he likes to get a little rambunctious and try to get me to play with him. So I'll play with him once we wrap up this video here. So real quick, this is what looking at the kind of build of the University of Colorado looks like right now. But with that, I think that's where we're going to leave it, and we're going to go to signing day and try and hopefully land some of these guys, hopefully all of them. If we could land all of them, that would be definitely preferred, because we need a big recruiting class to, finish what we built on this last year. So here's what we got. We got Deion Anderson, perfect. Joel Smart commits. Jeff Mullins commits. We lose out on Lamont. Colin Long goes to Nebraska. And TJ King does go to Arizona State. Alright, well, we signed 8 prospects on National Signing Day. Signed a top 25 class. We don't know where we fall on that, but we signed 19 prospects. How much did we lose out on? We didn't throw any points at Lamont Pittman. Lost by 380. 695 there. 680 to Nebraska. 1,000 on Ernest Tyson. We won Jeff Mullins by 5 motherfucking points. I've never seen period, either lose or get a guy by 5 points. So, wow. I'm not complaining because we need Jeff Mullins, but just never seen a race that close before. So, but yeah, that wraps up our recruiting class. And where did we finish? 20th in the country. CPU added we got some other guys committed somehow, so hopefully they end up being somewhat good for us. We would love to see that. But this is the class for this year. No 5 stars, 7 4 stars, and 8 3 stars is kind of the heart of our class. So hopefully we hit fairly well. We know we did with some of them. But yeah, we just gotta continue to hopefully make the most of what we got here. So with that, we look at the quarterback room as we move to position changes here. So we got Tyrone Moses, Caleb Keys there in the room, so looking good there. Running back room is continuing to improve. We still have our main running back, Trey House. But we got Lawrence Watson, Victor Vence still progressing, coming along, but he has big time speed in Luke Johnson. Yeah, we're just gonna do this because this fucking guy drives me nuts. He's a fullback now. There you go. That's your only spot on the roster, Hankerson. All right, looking at the receiver room, we still again got a good chunk of guys there and talented guys at that. But we add Corey Myrick to the room. Going to be hopefully a good player for us in that position. So, looking at tight end, we return all of our tight ends and then add Zach O'Neal. Good look there. So looking at our tackle position, looks good there. Guard, we might make a move here just because we got a lot of depth there. We do need to add some more depth at center. Yeah, we're going to move Tolbert over. And then we just need to address the O-line a titch more. We're going to move Barrow over to right tackle. Beck's the left tackle, hands down. I like Covington backing him up. Let's move Jackson Anderson over to the right side. And then let's check out right tackle. I feel good with Barrow and Joseph there for right now. Coley, I mean, he could end up being a starter for us next year. But yeah, our left guards are fucking terrible, dude. Alright, hopefully the offense line gets drastically better. But Travis Nichols going to move over to the right side, I'll tell you that. Right now, for free, because J.J. McDonald's there, and then Kenneth Evans hopefully will not continue to get worse. As far as our defensive line goes, everything, or D tackle position specifically, everything looks good there. We got outside linebackers looking good. You know, we got continue to get more size and athleticism at that position, so that's good. Um, Continuing to get better at middle linebacker. Jeff Mullen's going to be a plug and play guy for us, most likely. And then, yeah, we got Matt Davis to add to that group there. So, yes, the athleticism and overall talent at the linebacker position drastically improving. So, we like the side of that. All right, we get to corners. Craig Williams going to be the number one guy. Jason Oliver looking good. Morris Newell looking good. And then we add Anthony Moore to that group, and then we got kind of some slapdicks around there, but we got to keep looking at that. Safety looks good. Safety looks really good. Any chance? No, he's not worth it. All right. And then we got our three athletes here. So Travis Collins for sure is an O lineman. We're going to put him, just slot him in at center. Joel Smart. We got some options with him. And then Dion Anderson. I want to put him at quarterback because he could be a very special player there, and he would get lost in my receiver room, I'd feel like, long term. I mean, Smart for me is a defensive guy. I mean, he could be a free safety, but we need the corner help more. And then looking at this position, I mean, Tyrone's a junior. And he would be the next guy up, or Caleb Keys would. And receiver, I feel pretty good about our guys as far as we just got to keep developing them. Yeah, Dion's going to be a quarterback. He's just has to be. I mean, you got 87 speed, good acceleration and agility. He's got the throw power, the accuracy. You know, he's got to be there. You know, he's got to be a guy that can be that athletic dual threat force and be an explosive one at that. So that's going to be our position changes, and that's what the roster is going to look like as we head into training results for the Buffs. So with that, we're going to back out of the Dynasty once again. Player progression. So we'll do that here real quick. Then we'll go through the roster once more. Real quick, again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you like the video if you're new, as we're going to be fast and furiously approaching new season 4 of Buffs Dynasty. So this Dynasty's got a mind of its own, I tell you what. I mean, losing a game like that to Ohio State has us itching to be better, and we're going to continue to recruit at a higher level than what we were, and we're going to keep growing this thing, man. I tell you what, we will have a great program. I know you guys probably see what Dion has been doing in real life. Travis Hunter, all these guys. But I mean, for us, it's a slow burn here at Colorado. But we're getting the job done. Trying to, at least. All right, all right. So as far as this goes, I'm just gonna walk through this in the actual Dynasty. So give me one sec to pull it up. All right, and we are back. Sorry about that. Just make this just a much more appeasing view to look at it. So Tyrone Moses goes down one, loses some acceleration, agility. He lost one to throw accuracy. All right, so Tyrone digresses a little bit, but Drew Carter increases +3, and Keys goes up +1, which is going to be a help. We'll see exactly what we look to do as far as the open battle for the backup quarterback spot, but we'll see from there. Running back wise, House goes up 1, Watson +1, Venn +1. Hankerson goes up +3 as our fullback. Looking at wide receiver, we get Page +5. Good job there. Jeff Kelly +1. Burns +3. Tyson +5. Cole Dawson just +1. George Fox +3. Hackett +5. Butler +2. But gets the +1 speeds. Anthony Washington, nothing. Tight ends, we get Olson +3, Smith -1, Walton +1, Larson +2. All right. Beck goes up +3. Amaya goes +4. Chapman +5. And Dykes +2. Breedlove +4, +2 to Travis Tolbert. Harkey goes +5, Coley goes +4, and Anderson goes +2. Barrow goes +2, and Joseph goes +2. J.J. McDonald does not increase at all. Robert Smith drops 1. Kenneth Evans +3. Mike Miller goes +4, +2 to Tyus Martin, and Greg Rogers goes up +3. Good use of a redshirt year for him. Carey goes +3. Ginn goes +2. And then you got Rashad Haynes go -1. Got Smith +3, +5 to Scott Davis. He might play for a starting spot, possibly. He's a junior. Interesting. Berg was null and void. Derek Alexander +3, looking better. Gary Ostrander +3. Craig Williams +4. Oliver +3. Newell +3. +2 speed for Newell and Craig Williams. Jeez. Craig Williams might be playing on both sides of the ball if he can catch. +9 catching. Yep, he's playing both sides of the ball. I've made the executive decision. Josh Wiggins +5. And then +2 to George Brown. Joe Robinson +7. Biggest riser on the team this offseason. Dylan Dixon goes +2, so does Mario Robinson. So, interesting. Might have Joe Robinson starting this year. And Ashton Logan goes +3, the punter. So, that is our player progression this year. Defense is, I'd say we're fairly balanced as far as overall ratings go. Offense to defense, but I think the defense is going to be better than our offense this year. I think just the depth of talent is better on our defensive side than offense. And I wouldn't say it's because of recruiting focus or anything like that. I just think that they've they've progressed better on defense than they have on the offense side of the ball. As far as cuts go, George Fox, you're out of here. We got too much talent on this side of the ball now. Tight ends, I want to cut Eric Olson so bad, but I can't. Doesn't make sense to do that. Anderson, you can go. I don't like cutting seniors, but when it makes sense, it makes sense. Unfortunately, Haynes, just get off my roster. Same with you, get off the roster. If you have no intrinsic value for me, you're gone. Period. Um, and yeah, I think that'll cut our roster. We're going to go with the 65-man roster this year. And yeah, we got to continue to recruit extremely high at a high level. And yeah, we got to fill some holes. So, reason we cut players in that fashion, just so people are aware, the reason I do it is because I if I fill a 25-man recruiting class this year, which that's always my goal, is I want to fill every roster. I want to fill every chance I get at recruiting. And the reason for that is, again, when you're building a program and trying to turn over a roster, you have to get the type of guys you want in, and virtually from there, kind of, take a look and see what you got. So, as far as our defense and offense coordinator goes, we're going to leave those stand pat. As far as their skill trees go, I'm happy with it, and we're getting into the preseason. So yeah, the reason I always cut more is just so that way I'm able to over recruit and not just fill. If we go to, yeah, we're gonna skip to recruiting. I won't fill out the board here. Actually, we'll lump this in with the preseason episode. I like the thought of doing that. But yeah, if I go to like team needs here, so like we only have 7 guys that are seniors graduating. We have 18 juniors. So there are some guys that could declare early, especially when you look at our top players. They're all fucking juniors. Um, and juniors kind of build up the core of our roster right now. But anyway, so we only have 7 seniors that are actually set to graduate. So thinking or I guess worst slash best case scenario, depends how you look at it. I mean, we're only going to lose 7 guys guaranteed. It could be more, obviously. So with that, we can expand our recruiting efforts. So, but with that, let's get into red shirts and figure out what we want to do there. Dion Anderson, I have no fucking clue about. Luke Johnson, we're going to redshirt him. I want that speed on campus for a long time. Myrick getting a red shirt. I like what we have at receiver otherwise. O'Neal, I'm comfortable giving the red shirt with too, just because of our depth at tight end that we have. Covington, I need to play right away. Collins will get a red shirt. Coley has got to play. Same with there. Those guys got to play. We can give Thomas a red shirt. Dockery will pick up a red shirt. Need those guys. And we'll give Davis a red shirt as well. Need our corners to play right away. And yeah, kickers got to play right away. So, as far as red shirts go, not too many handed out. So, with that, let's look to set our depth chart. So, Dion Anderson, what the fuck am I going to do with you? We're going to redshirt him, but if Tyrone Moses goes down at all, he's losing the red shirt, point blank period. I am not going to lose this season relying on Drew Carter. Great first name, fair, right? But I'm not going to rely on him to get the job done when I have a uber talented freshman that can get it done. Actually, Drew Carter could actually get the job done. So the I didn't realize his throw power and accuracy were so good. But yeah, no, Dion Anderson's getting that red shirt, and he's going to keep that all season long. So, all right, let's get into this. So we got Keys will be third string, Carter backup, Moses obviously a starter. No ifs, ands, or buts there. When it comes to the running back room, you still got Trey House, the All American, which we'll get to that here in a jiff. Watson, Victor Venn, everything there looking good to go. At wide receiver, I mean Dawson's the number two guy. I don't care how much his ratings drop. He's or barely progress. He's a number two receiver. Kelly's the slot guy. Burns will be there. Tyson, and then we'll go with Sean Hackett is that sixth wide receiver. Tight end, things are looking good there. Again, very tempted to play Austin Smith over Olsen, but again, I just can't bring myself to do it. As far as the O line goes, Covington will be the backup there. Same thing with Chapman and Dykes will both be backups there. Center, we got Tolbert, and then we'll put Chapman there. Coley might start at right tackle for me, possibly. Yep, he's going to start at right tackle. Barrow will be the backup, and then backup guard will be Barrow, and then Chapman. And that will give us our best offensive line this year. All right, looking at defensive end. No complaints here. How's a strong safety a fucking 67 overall end? Makes zero sense to me, but yeah, Kenneth Evans needs to be our backup at both slots. If he does have to get in there for Travis Nichols or JJ, we need that guy to hop in there. So Miller, Tyus, and then Greg Rogers, D tackles, looks good. Ginn will be our backup left outside linebacker, and then we'll go to Ostrander being the third string guy there. We'll have Smith, Mullins will start. Scott Davis will be the third string, and then Berg will be the fourth linebacker there. You got Alexander as our obvious returning starter there with Ostrander and Ginn. Corner looks great. Anthony Moore, Joel Smart, Morris Newell will be the slot. Oliver and Craig Williams. Alright, Wiggins obviously going to be our guy there. Brown the backup with Dixon third string, Robinson, Dixon, and then Mario Robinson will be the strong safeties. Dotson will kick. Let's take a look at our kickers and shit real quick. I need to check out ratings. Power low for Dotson, good for Logan, but his accuracy is a little bit higher, so we are going to let him kick. Field goals, Logan will be the punter. Our returners, we're still going to go Lawrence and yep. Craig Williams needs to do more for this team. That's where I'm at with him. Is I need him to do more for the team. And our other returner will be Lawrence Watson. All right, but I have to get Craig Williams on. I gotta utilize that speed more. So at the end of the day, we gotta get him returning kicks and punts. He's too electric not to. So that's gonna be our depth chart. And with that, I'm going to hold off on recruiting, custom schedules, and then taking a look at kind of the preseason, um, kind of All Americans rankings, everything like that for you guys in the next episode of Buffs Dynasty. But there's a quick glimpse of what the roster is going to look like, everything of that sort, as well as we'll go through and update some player likeness things off camera. So with that, Drew to Smash signing off. We'll see you in the next episode of Buffs Dynasty. Make sure to stay tuned, and we look forward to seeing you guys then. Take care. God bless you. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.